Okay, hot off the press here. We got a question coming in on worksheet number 47, number 4. So, partial fraction decomposition. Now, what does this mean? This means we're going to make smaller fractions from a bigger one. In calculus, when you go to integrate something like this, it's going to be a mess and you wish they were smaller to work with. So, that's exactly what we're going to do. So, first thing I want to do is factor down the denominator. So, in this case, I will pull out an x and I'd be left with x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus 1. And then I will try to factor that even farther, which luckily this kind of looks like a quadratic. And notice that the one power, the leading power, is twice that of this. So therefore, this looks very nice that I could factor. And in fact, what multiplies to 1 that adds up to 2 would be x squared plus 1 times x squared plus 1. And if you FOIL that out real quick, you will notice that you get exactly what we had. So I see it as there are my factors, right? That is my factors, the denominator. So what does that mean? That means that I'm going to represent the first thing as the first factor, and then it's going to be added to the second one will be x squared plus 1. And then the third one, remember, repetition is that we have to represent all the powers. So we have to have it to the first power, and we also have to have it to the second. All right, now I go to the numerators. I'll call this a, right? Now this is squared, so I'm going to call this bx plus c. And then this one is also squared, so bc dx plus e. Ugh, 5 variables doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun. All right, now what do? Well, you give them what they're missing, right? So this guy is going to need an x squared plus 1 and an x squared plus 1 squared. So really the squaring one has 1 in it. So x squared plus 1 squared, that's going to take care of both people. This one needs an x and another x squared plus 1. And this guy just needs an x. So that will get us, and you would do, that's not legal to just do to the top, right? I would have had to do it to the bottoms too. But now what happens is all those bottoms are the same and we can ditch them. So for speed, I will take care of that. Now this is going to be x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus 1. And that's all going to get multiplied by a. So ax to the fourth plus 2ax squared plus a. And then here I got, what is this? This is x cubed plus x. And that's going to get FOILed with this. Oh my goodness. So that is bx to the fourth. And I have bx squared. And then I have inside plus cx cubed. And last cx. And then last but not least, dx squared plus ex. Now let's clean that up because that is just a horrific mess. I do see some x to the fourth, so a plus b would get multiplied by x to the fourth. That would take care of p't and p't. And then I see a cubed. I think I only see one cube, so that's good. Plus cx cubed, my bad. Plus cx cubed, so p't. And then I see x squareds. I see a bunch, so I see 2 a's. I see a b, and I see a d. X squareds. So coming down to x's, I see a c and an e, so I'm going to factor that out. C plus e to the x. And last but not least, a. So there you have it. What things do you know? You know that if you look on the other side of the equation, that in front of x to the fourth is a 5. So that's a dead giveaway that a plus b is 5. I also know that c is whatever's in front of x cubed, in this case 3. I know that yuck 2a plus b plus d is going to equal whatever's in front of x squared, which is 10. I also know, I'm going to need that, huh? C plus E is equal to 1. C plus E is equal to 1 because of this. And A, the constant is 5. So that, I think, gives me a lot of info, right? What does that give me? That gives me A, and that gives me C. Well, that also gives me B, because if A plus B is 5 and A is 5, then B's got to be 0, right? C plus E is 1, but I know C is 3. So if C is 3, then E has to be -2. And last but not least, I know this one, right? I know A and B, so 2A is 10 plus B, which is 0, plus D, which is the one I don't know, is equal to 10. Move that 10 over, you got D is 0. So now I can go back to what I had originally. A over X, which was A is 5. 5 over X plus. Now again, I'm just going back up here and I'm filling in everything. Bx plus C, well, B is 0, so 0x plus C, so that's 3 over x squared plus 1. Plus, and then D was also 0, and E is -2. So -2, or most people move that negative out front, over x squared plus 1 squared. And there you have it. That's my answer, right? And I can check it. 5, 3, and -2. There it is. 5, 3, -2. Got him. All right. Have a good day and stay happy.